Talking with Words.
Welcome back to Talking with Words. You're here with Rob.
Sally.
Cameron.
James.
And Ryan.
And tonight we're going to watch 2006 Silent Hill, based on the Konami video game. Is it
Silent
Konami?
Hill.
What?
Isn't it called Silent Hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we said.
The hills are silent.
At the sound of silence.
They also have eyes.
Okay. It's already getting away from us. If you do not know about this film, it is described as Rose Da Silva takes her adopted daughter, Sharon, to the town of Silent Hill in an attempt to cure her of her ailment. After a violent car crash, Sharon disappears and Rose begins a horrific journey to get her back. This was a scary video game, and they're remaking the second one right now. Sally doesn't believe that video games can be scary, but she also has never played one.
I've watched you play this one, and
So
it was not scary
Well, this one
at all.
This game came out in like 98.
And you told me it was scary.
Terrifying in 1998.
Because we were 12.
And I watched
99.
you play it, and it is not
Again,
scary.
you did not watch
At
it
all.
play in 1998, 99.
I watched you play it in 2000 something, and you said it was scary.
Considering, you know what? Never mind.
Never mind. Anyway,
This film
Just
stars Radha Michelle, Laurie Holden, Sean Bean,
chuck it.
Kim Coates. Yeah, Pyramid Head. I don't know who played him. I didn't look it up. We're gonna have a parents' guide.
Sure. So it is rated R for strong horror violence and gore, disturbing images, and some language.
Did you say horror violence?
Horror.
Oh, okay.
Sex and nudity is mild. Violence and gore is severe. Profanity is moderate. Alcohol, drugs, and smoking, mild. And frightening and intense scenes, severe. Sever. I was almost about to say that.
Okay.
Cameron had your little chainsaw up and ready to go. As I started
Plug it
reading
in.
that.
Plug it in. Yeah. Anything else? We gonna watch this?
Let's watch it.
Sally, you're gonna watch it?
No.
Yeah. All right. Silent Hill. Those of you that stayed awake, James.
I was awake for the whole thing.
I know.
I was hoping to get some resolution. I guess we did. Sort of. Maybe. It's like watching Lost.
See, there was resolution with Lost. This had nothing. This was like they're still in the you were calling it the upside down.
Well, Cameron started calling that, but that made
Upside down.
perfect sense.
That's pretty much what it turned into, where they're in the same places at the same times, but one's in day and one's in
Hell.
whatever that is. Alessa's imagination.
I don't know. I think we're getting right into it. I think they died on the way into town.
I guess
car
we're
crash.
getting into it then, I guess.
So, all right. Well, that's Silent Hill.
Yep.
I don't think that's what happened.
That's my question, though, is are they just dead?
I think they are.
I think when you go in, they got invited into her dream nightmare realm, whatever it is, because she was Shannon was the A side of the Shannon and
Alyssa.
Sharon and Alessa were the good and the bad of the kid, and the other demon-looking kid was like a demon, like the devil or whatever.
Sharon was a real baby in the real world.
Yes.
And Alyssa was the witch.
Well, they made her the witch. Yeah. Everything was gravy until they burned that little kid. Who would have guessed?
Yeah, that's frowned upon usually.
Not like the real world at all.
Yeah.
So anyway, this kid, Sharon. Okay, just making sure. screaming about Silent Hill, so they go to Silent Hill, and then a bunch of weird shit happens.
That was mistake number one. Maybe don't treat the nightmares as true.
That's why my house is haunted.
Dad had the correct instincts. Just, get her some meds.
Yeah, mother's
Strap her to the bed, give her the needle, and let her sleep it
Hope
off.
for the best.
mother's intuition is always wrong.
Well, it's always
Well, it wasn't the mom either. This was like bonus mother's intuition.
And I guess that's why it was so wrong. Is because
Yeah,
it wasn't. It
was an
it
extra
wasn't
divide.
real.
Well, her
was
mom's
fake.
her real mom's intuition wasn't very good either.
Also true.
Yeah.
Let's
you-
present her to the cult.
if you can't find the location on a map, it's probably not a great idea to go there.
Even though there's all the signs that say Silent Hill this way.
Oh, I don't know about all the signs, but one or two.
So going back to the question of
When they gate the city off, it's bad.
That's a sign.
did they die?
I mean, it's up for interpretation.
Our cop, what was her name?
Sybil?
Sybil. Yeah, terrible name. She gets let into
Is
this
that a Nathaniel Hawthorne reference?
other dimension too.
I think that was one of those proximity invites. It's like, James, you want to come to my party? Oh, yeah, you guys can come too. You were just in the vicinity of the invite, so you got invited.
It's really too bad for her.
Yeah, she should have just let that car go.
Mm-hmm.
That car go? Anyway,
Num.
that's what I'm thinking. Because when the Sean Bean, who was doing an American accent most of the time for some reason, came by himself with the cop that was hot of gold.
Not dead.
Yeah. They were in the real world thing. They weren't invited into the dream.
He just kept getting hints of the wife.
I
She
smell
was
her.
right here. I smelled the perfume.
Lots of killers can do that, Hannibal. But that's how I see it. I'm sure if we went and read the trivia, Sally, she could tell us.
So I looked at the trivia for like 2 seconds because there's 100 different things people list on there.
Is it about the game?
I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Yeah. That's why it takes her so long. She has to read them all.
Yeah. What was our first disturbing image creature thing? Was it the little fiery babies?
Yeah, it was the babies.
The kid teetering off the edge of the cliff,
I didn't think that was a very.
almost.
That was sleepwalking. As
Yeah.
far as like the demonic shit goes, though.
Oh, yeah, the semen demons.
The semen demons. Yeah.
I feel like that was pretty poorly done.
Yeah, CGI has improved a lot.
But even like some of the other ones, way better than those.
True.
Like that's
Pyramid
how
Head
you're,
looked great.
that's how you're starting. It doesn't make sense to me.
They must have gone back at the end and be like, all right, well, we were going to use a lot of lighting effects.
Yeah.
But, had to hire all those hot nurses.
Now that's money well spent.
I support it.
But the
Yeah.
the semen demons in the game were horrifying.
Not according to Sally.
Sally don't know Bumpkus. I don't know. Something country.
That ain't scary.
Yes. Thank you, Sally. Yeah, we had because that was the only thing I was going to say about the game, because all the games have different stories. They're just all based in Silent Hill, so it doesn't matter. None of it really connects that I can remember. But it had the set camera in the beginning where she's going down and the camera's just kind of tilting. I mean, when you walked, that's what the camera did in the game. So they did that for the fans of the game really, really well. And then they added all the bad guys for the most part, the fun ones. The little squirter boy they got Sybil to take her clothes off.
Squirter
boy. The skin bag
Oh
man.
yeah. That was nice.
And then you had the bugs, the nurses,
All those check out.
the pyramid head, of
Pyramid
course.
Head is iconic.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It was fun. They didn't have the flying bat creatures, but you can't get them all.
The one trivia that I did read was the pyramid helmet weighed like 12 pounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good for that guy.
It was pretty big.
Yeah.
Mine weighs about 2.
And apparently he was in like almost stilts or very high heels to appear over 7 feet tall, and was wearing like assless chaps. And truly was like
That's how he got in and out.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm going to be Pyramid Head. All right, I'm ready. I want to watch this movie again.
That little girl was pretty creepy.
She did a good job.
She did a great job.
Well, so Pyramid Head, is he the father?
Maybe the absence of the father.
I
How
guess.
deep you want to go on this?
Because when they took the first little girl away, back in the before time,
The real Alyssa?
yeah, the real Alessa.
Alessa.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
Well,
that was the
Dahlia had a daughter, Alessa, right?
right. The real Alyssa from the real world.
And then somehow, and the cult leader said, like, well, we don't know. Why don't you tell us who the father was?
Right.
And that was not revealed.
Well, that was the sin that they burned
That's
her
why
for.
they had to. Yep.
So then Alessa's around, and then she gives birth to two. One real daughter, one not real daughter.
No, the way I understood
Allegedly.
it, I was trying really hard to pay attention because this is always the part where I'm like, fuck it, doesn't matter.
So is Alessa all three?
She's two. So Alessa's the burnt one.
Uh-huh.
And then that's all of her like horrible hate and stuff like that, and all the love that she had was in Sharon. The other one with the ghost face was like the demon thing that invited her. She's like, "Hey, you want to kill all these people and make this town fucked? And here, I'll make your dreams come to life." And she kind of granted her that wish to do all that.
Because clearly Alyssa is not mobile enough to do all this bidding by herself.
She doesn't win a lot of three-legged races,
Correct.
I'd say.
So she needs that person, if you will.
Or she could just use her fun barbed wire wheelie chair.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Imagine how many fish you could catch with that thing.
A lot.
Barbed wire power activate.
It's the worst Sailor Moon transformation I've ever seen.
Clive Barker had to have loved or hated this film, to Ryan's point. Very Hellraiser.
Yeah.
You were awake to most of that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, the barbed wire was very much like that.
But to
The
your
Cenobite.
your original point, yeah, I think Pyramid Head could be the idea of her father, because it was protecting her and trying to harm the people that were hurting her,
It had a big sword.
and it was faceless. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I never thought about that before, but now that you bring it up, I'm gonna stick with that. I like that idea. Oh, all the streets. I didn't take time to look at them all, but I bet they're all horror people. Bachman, Stephen King's pseudonym.
The whole every time she saw a map or the street maps, the building map, I definitely felt like I was back in a video game.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the challenge of most games is finding your way around.
Which I always
Wait,
liked.
was this based off a game?
I believe so. Yes.
Damn it, Ryan.
That's one of the things I did like in the game part. Is that map is the same as the game, but anytime you go to a door and it does like a little, it's locked. He crosses it out with an X, so you know which doors you've checked. And they hadn't done that really in games before, so it was very.
So you had to figure out your way to the. You didn't know that they didn't give you the room number in the game. You had to go figure it out.
It's been a long time. I know it was a game. You're picking up keys and opening other doors that open up other keys that open up other doors, and a plant kills you, and then you have to restart, and shit like that.
Yeah, all the clues, the pictures, it definitely gave off a game-like vibe.
Yeah, you find a key. Oh, it's to the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Next mission to the hotel.
And I
Let's
just
be the
was-
boss.
Where'd you find that picture? Room 111.
Okay, let's go there. Let's find a boss.
I say Mom was very calm throughout all of this. It was like I would have been freaking out. And first off, she's chasing after this little girl who never stops running away from her. It's like at some point I'm like, what mother wouldn't be
she'll
like,
be
all
all
right, run on.
Why
I'll
don't I
be
put a
right
bell on that
here.
fucking kid?
I ain't gonna catch you. I'll be sitting right here when you come back when you get hungry.
Bitch is fast, though.
She was fast. Never could catch her.
No.
I mean, and Mom got, chased by the cops, handcuffed, and she takes it all in stride. And still, she's walking around the city with the handcuffs. I've got this.
She lost her way, not her Prozac.
I've got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a lot of Prozac.
She was.
She spent like a quarter of the film in handcuffs.
Well, you did see the house they came from. She looked like she was on Prozac.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Oh, 100%.
There's definitely no way that we forget the girl's her daughter's name, by the way.
I feel like with that size of a house, they could have afforded
Sharon.
a fence around the backyard so the kid didn't fall off a cliff.
I know, right? The worst environment for a child with sleepwalking issues. A super busy highway, even in the middle of the night, and a giant drop-off. And you need to open up the movie with them chasing her. They knew where she was going, the
Plus
cliff.
The
Yeah,
graffiti-filled tunnel.
Where else would you be going if you're sleepwalking?
Because
but
when you
a
slip,
cliff?
you fall off the waterfall.
Yeah, you got to check out the cliff, man.
I feel like child services did not do their due diligence on that home visit.
Well, you know,
Like, rich folk, they'll be fine.
it was a catch-22. I mean, either tie her down and get turned in, or don't tie her down, let her fall off a cliff.
Yeah, but
CPS wouldn't be happy either way.
if you have a doctor's note, tying her down's fine.
Oh, okay.
As long as you let the doctor do it the first
As
time,
long as you get a
and he writes
doctor's
a
note.
prescription, you're fine.
Get some lithium.
Yeah.
I'm writing
Take
you
a
a
ride on the
prescription
Ativan.
for restraints. I've never heard that prescription. Does it exist?
David's a
Yes, it
doctor. He'll
does.
tell you that that's a thing. So, okay.
As long as you reassess every 4 hours, it's fine.
You okay in there? Just not blink twice.
I don't think you can do that on patients under 12 though.
She didn't use the safe word. It's fine.
It's Silent Hill, I believe. She was yelling it the whole time.
I'm not buying the death theory anymore.
Oh, you're off of it?
Why? What turned you?
You're telling me that Alyssa, that's her name,
Mm-hmm.
The OG?
Alyssa and her demon,
The upside down one, the real girl was Sharon.
Sharon is.
Alessa was the twin from
yeah,
the.
I'm talking about the
Upside
OG.
Down. Yeah.
Her and her demon essentially somehow trap or call in an innocent mom. The good part of Alyssa and some cop kill them just so that they can damn all of the people who killed Alyssa in the first place.
Yeah.
Doesn't check out.
Where
Don't like it, huh?
It doesn't check out because that's what it was, right?
Well-
it was about her getting revenge for all the people who wronged her and killed her.
But cult leader lady didn't age. Back in the flashbacks, even to the present, cult leader lady was looking the same.
Yeah, none of them aged.
Yeah.
well,
Even the policeman 30 years ago looked kind of vaguely similar.
Yeah.
Dahlia still looked young, if draggled, if that's the word for it.
you know how much children's blood they had to drink to remain that
Or they were already
young
dead.
looking.
But you're telling me
Yeah.
3 innocent people have to die just so that the people who are already dead have to become eternally damned?
Well, I don't think that was for her. I think that was for the demon thing so it could get out of her dream and go do some other shit. Because it seemed like at the end it spread.
What's even worse then?
All I know is she
that the
she drove her Jeep through a barricade.
yeah.
Then she wrecks the Jeep, and next thing you know, they wake up in the fog.
Right.
She was swerving not to
She
hit
was never in daylight after that
OG
point.
Alyssa.
I get the sequence of events.
Like I said, it can go any different way.
Man,
They leave it very ambiguous.
I don't like that. I need answers.
And Sean Bean
Well-
didn't die.
There's 1,200.
What the hell kind of movie is this?
Yeah.
Cash Sean Bean and don't kill him? Or was he dead the whole time?
He was never really alive.
Oh my
Twisties.
gosh.
Yeah. I mean, she was on a lot of
Whoa.
Prozac.
We're going to talk about the janitor for a second.
Colin.
Ooh.
Colin Kruger.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
All he was missing was a boiler.
Well, I mean, technically that whole town was one big boiler.
Well, yeah, I guess you're I don't know. I'm not sure. You sure are.
I paid attention to some of it.
The parts you're awake for. All of the hog-tied janitor in the toilet that he abused her in that could shoot blood webs or whatever the hell that was.
Mm-hmm.
Making some bloody scrambled eggs.
So how did he get justice before any of the others, if you will?
Yeah, good question.
What do you mean justice?
I mean, he's already in the Upside Down. He's already dead and done and was hogtied and strung up, whereas all of the churchgoers,
With barbed
cult
wire.
people are
Sure.
still theoretically dead, but awaiting.
Maybe that's what happens if you
Further
stay out in
judgment.
the darkness when the bell rings. You become one of her things.
Yeah, he was tied up with barbed wire, which was her trademark. So
And he was dead until it switched over to the dark, whatever,
Yeah.
Till the bell rings.
the hell world. And then he came back to life. So he might have stayed out in the sun a little too long.
yeah, I think that's a good sign of maybe that there was another presence beyond just the little girl, because maybe that's the manifestation of that.
Right.
Because the little girl wouldn't have chose to keep that thing around or give it power.
Probably not so much. You don't want to call him to be stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Strong enough with that handsome plunger. Gross. I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah.
Uh,
Your thoughts give him all his power.
I did like how they did Pyramid Head. I thought it looked really good still. I thought the practical effects on him paid off. Yeah.
Yes, agreed.
All I know is the internet's just awash with AI generated versions of Pyramid Head.
Sexy.
Rule 34.
Enjoy the little things.
I feel like that's a
No,
solid
that's Rule 32.
cosplay.
Sorry.
Pyramid Head is not little.
Jesus.
So he's not just carrying that big sword for kicks, huh? He's got it's a counterweight.
Not in the underbelly of the internet.
Is that not a popular cosplay?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
be.
I almost did it one year.
Because pretty simple to pull that off.
That's why I did it for my skeleton because
Assless chaps.
well, check.
That seems natural.
Doesn't everybody have a
Already have those. Yeah.
couple pair of those? Yeah.
I think that should be normalized. It's totally fine.
Stilts.
Stilts. Yeah. Big swinging thing.
Check. So the church is the only place they can go. But the first time you see the church, that chick gets skinned from. He rips her clothes off and then skins her with one hand.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
And then throws the skin at the door, which is
Yeah.
pretty
Tip
fun.
to taint.
I like that.
And there's
Well,
the
Taint to Tip was the other lady,
Ah, yeah.
Dahlia. Dahlia? No,
Oh, and
Yeah.
that was the best part.
the cult chick.
the cult leader,
Yeah.
I forgot what her name was, but she was the actress that played the Borg Queen in Star Trek First Contact.
Hey, there you go.
Nailed it.
You know your Star
Yeah,
Trek.
you're like, she looks like the Borg Queen. I thought it was pretty funny, but checks out.
It was her.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a real thing when you said it. I thought you were just making a joke.
Yeah.
No, there was the way she was speaking. It was very familiar.
The things you learn every day.
I can still hear her voice in my head.
But she got torn from Taint to Tip
That was the best part of the entire film. I'm sorry.
when she got
Really?
wired.
When she says, like, Lord, help me to stay pure, and then the barbed wires just penetrate her
Right up the skirt.
Yep.
immediately after.
Ugh.
Well, she was.
We all laughed.
She was crazy
It was
lady
funny.
obsessed with purity. So it seems like the fitting end.
Nothing tears a purist up like sin.
And oddly, I had no complaints about this one being ripped in half so easily. Not like some movies.
Yeah, it was quick and they did a lot of CGI blood in this. And you had Sybil trying so hard to be good. She got real hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So hot, Sybil.
So hot right now.
Cheeks split like hot dog skin.
Yeah,
That's
was
a great
that was-
way
that was
to
pretty
describe
good.
it. Yeah.
that was disturbing.
that was
You know,
great.
I thought about people being, burned alive before, but that was not what I was
It
expecting.
went a little slower
Ballpark
with
Frank.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plump when they cook them.
And she was really, hearing the cop talk about, the things she'd done to like save that boy that had been thrown down in a mine.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, she was a really good person, and then this happens. And you know, if Mom hadn't sped away from her, they wouldn't have wound up there.
Yep. Maybe these people
It's all
are
Mom's
bad.
Sybil was wronged.
Sybil.
She was a trooper.
Hashtag Sybil was right.
Oh, the nurse. Every woman in this that had like a random assist part was hot for some reason.
Checks out.
I don't
Not
see the
complaining.
downside.
I'm not complaining.
Checks out.
But the nurse comes in and just looks at Alessa and gets trapped, I guess, brain fried, whatever you want to call it.
Cursed.
Because her eyes they weren't gone. They were like white, like burnt out or something. Anybody else catch that? I know Ryan.
They were, yeah.
Didn't catch that one.
Yeah.
Well,
Smash.
when they finally show the face, it's like, well, she's still hot. You guys were
Would.
all agreeing.
She was.
She was.
Smash.
Smash. The nurses we had. I like the light bit. It was really the only time they did anything with it. But they're attracted to the light, so she turns the light off, and they all kind of stop.
And
Like the zombies on Train to Busan.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that maybe is a good case for it not being death, maybe it being an upside down sort of existence. Because what's the light got to do with it? And why do some people have light and some people don't?
Yeah.
And what about the canary? I mean, they showed them carrying around the canary in the basket, and there was all this talk about the gas from the coal mine fire.
Right.
Carbon monoxide.
None of that actually played into anything to do with
Except when the Canaries
an
lost
upside
it,
down.
those three guys
Bingo.
took off, which I think was around the time of the bell.
It's for the
Yeah.
darkness.
Either
Yep.
switching
That's their
over-
alarm bell.
to or from.
So when they're inside a building, when they're deep inside of it, you have to have something alive, because when they're outside, all the birds were flocking whatever to the church, and that's
Yeah.
when they know to sound the alarms. But if you're not, I mean, I guess if you're not outside, you can't see that. I guess you could hear though.
Yeah.
So,
but
to
they
that
got a little
point,
alarm bell with them.
Yeah.
It's like a Geiger counter.
Yeah,
When it starts freaking out,
time to go. Pack it up.
let's go to church.
Yeah, but all those mechanics sort of say it's not just some weird afterlife, just based on what
Right.
crazy girl wants to happen.
Yeah. Little demon girl.
Yep.
She's got needs. Yeah. And then there's no conclusion. We find out that the girl, Alessa, was an innocent kid. Her mom's alive because she still loves her mom, even though she pretty much gave her over to a cult that burned her alive.
Well, she didn't know that was going to happen
She
until after.
She started
I think.
fighting it after they took her because she thought
Once
thought
they
she
started-
was going to die.
Yeah, when they first started talking about purifying her, that's when she's like, "Wait, what have I done?"
Yeah.
And they ripped her away and kicked her out. So she wasn't there when it happened.
Yeah, they'd taken her out at that point. Before they burned her daughter alive, and then the entire building.
And subsequently the whole town.
Fun stuff.
Old Tiggy's dad lost his barbershop.
Yep. Tig being fun.
Yeah. It's Kim Coates. Played Tig in Sons of Anarchy.
If you guys aren't following that part.
Yeah, he's really good in Sons of Anarchy. Not so much in this. He's
Yeah,
fine.
Are you filling in for Sally?
Yeah,
I really love this. I mean, I hated it.
it's the best movie I've seen.
I thought that was Evolution.
I mean, I could go on about comparisons, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Movie itself. And they're making a remake of Silent Hill 2, the video game, that'll be out this year, that only I will care about again.
Guess I'll have to catch up on my Silent Hill video games.
Yeah.
I mean, I played it a handful of times when it came out back in the 90s, but
I remember
far
it
as
freaking me the hell out.
yeah, I mean, I recall it being a creepy game, but I didn't play it nearly enough to be able to do anything more than recognize, oh yeah, that was in the game.
Yeah. The sound effects were spot on, especially when it turned to like the hell and it was like the
I felt like they literally just pulled the graphics for the game.
There were 2 or 3 times I thought that.
Oh, we can cut some budget here.
Oh, that lady.
Yeah.
She looks hotter there.
James is
She tried to rape
showing pictures.
Jean-Luc
Or
Picard.
Jean-Luc Picard.
You mean Sir Patrick Stewart.
See, that's what happens when you
Indeed.
eat the
She
tainted
smashed that.
beef.
Dash smash.
I mean,
Who's rubbing their taint all over the beef?
Yeah.
With a name like Sea Queen or whatever it was.
Sybil?
Oh, in this movie,
Yeah.
Oh, the Borg Queen.
Board Queen.
she was Christabella.
there it
This
is.
movie,
When
The
Jean-Luc
actress
was
is Alice
assimilated
Krieg.
into the Borg.
That ruins it.
There you go.
Alice Krieg.
Was this not a spinoff of her character in Star Trek?
She plays a lot of.
Aliens?
She's really good at formal lady in power
Oh, yes.
vibes.
Dominatrix?
Cultish.
Brigaton.
Well, yes. I don't.
There you go.
I don't think that was one of her roles, unless
Like
Borg Queen
Bridgerton.
counts as that. But
Go play
I mean,
Bridge.
it's pretty close.
Or
pretty
Tin.
close.
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton?
Bridgeton. Silent Hill. Yeah, I don't. Oh, the static was fun. They used that a few times when the creatures are getting close. The phones get staticky.
Yeah.
Big mechanic from the game.
It was okay.
Yeah, it's not great.
I still like it. It's got nostalgia value for me.
Yeah.
There was some cool parts.
I mean, it was
I
fun
just wish
watching
there
it in
was
theaters, but I'm pretty sure that's the last time I've watched it when it came out.
If you like weird, creepy shit,
That goes a little slow.
it does go a little slow. Does drag a little bit. Watch this movie.
Yeah. Kind of a create your own ending for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I think happened? I think unicorns came. We just didn't see them because they were on the other side.
That's how you end up with semen demons.
If you like movies that come to an end but don't conclude, watch it.
This one's for. Okay, before we end, I got something else I want to do real quick. Okay, the other thing is Nick Cage's new horror movie, Long Legs. Yeah, that's right. It's a ridiculous name. I forgot. Is coming out, and there's a billboard somewhere, probably California. I'm just going to guess. And it has a phone number on it that you can call, and it's supposed to be creepy about the movie or something. So we're going to go ahead and just call it now and see what it is.
There she is. What's your name? Little angel?
James.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
What's your name?
Oh,
What's your name?
I'll be waiting.
Oh, okay.
What did he say at the end?
I'll be waiting.
I'll be waiting.
Well, that wasn't.
James, that's on you.
Okay. Use your phone, sucker. I hope it calls back in a second.
I'll be leaving that phone here tonight, just in case.
James is going to get a call on the way home. It's going to be heavy breathing.
I hope it calls back and says, "Hey, James."
That would be awesome.
We'll save that number.
James.
Hey, James.
Whoever takes the most Tylenol PM wins. You do that voice better than I can.
Hey, some bitch. Okay, well, that was lackluster, but he's always fun to get something weird out of. Silent Hill, good movie. If you like movies that are weird, I liked it. Sally, what'd you think? It was great. There you go.
Well, if Sally
Just
liked it.
hiccuped up. And I did. I hiccuped and hicced up.
You got to snort, though.
You're right. It was real. There we go. Ugh, man, that was bad. I'll end on a low note. I'm still waiting just for a little bit longer to see if James gets a phone call, but
All I can say is that the Caller ID said that went to Bend, Oregon.
Interesting.
I think that's where the movie's set.
It's a nice part of the country.
I think he's a serial killer or something in the movie. Kind of like Silence of the Lambs style.
Way to go, James.
Damn it.
Was she a great big fat person? All right, Silent Hill, check it out. Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Saturn is for Suckers. Book 1 and 2 are live everywhere you want to read them. Tides of Shadow, Waves of Fury. Check it all out. Good stuff. Fun stuff. Thanks, MusicWorks again. If you live in the Bentonville area on South J. Help me out. South J?
Yeah, South J.
Go in there, tell them about Talking with Words. You get a discount. Ask for Greg Price. Thanks again, Greggy. And I think this has been long enough. Charlie can take over. Unless there's a phone call.
Ah, damn it. Okay, have all your numbers in
Are
here.
we recording?